here is Jordan Peterson, he is upset about all of this identity politics.
And yet...
No, they're too preoccupied with identity politics by a large margin. And they tend to categorize everyone by their ethnicity and their sex and their gender. And I think all that does is turn people into tribal actors, and that the end result of that is catastrophe.
But weren't you also...
when someone says, like, you're scorekeeping or you're paying too much attention to, like, identity, or you're starting a class war, that's an indication that that person is winning that battle, that they don't want you to pay attention to what's going on. Because the people who are paying attention to things like gender or like race are people who have been systemically, and since the founding of this country and prior to that time, in certain circumstances, have been losing at the hands of the guy who says, you're paying too much attention to that. Because when people didn't pay attention to that, when people did not have the voice to say, hey, wait a second, black people should have the right to vote. Hey, wait a second, government shouldn't redline and say we're only going to provide subsidies for housing if you have a covenant where black people are allowed. Or where women said, like, I shouldn't be property of my husband. Or I should be able to get a credit card in my own name, too. Or I should have the right to vote. Or why is it that in the workplace, we're paid less money? Like, that's when you're starting to bring up all of these differences, and that's the problem with things. Stop worrying about those things. Stop scorekeeping. Stop scorekeeping, because they don't want you to find out that you're losing. That's why they don't want the score. They just wait at the end of the game, like it's fine. I mean, if you are a billionaire, and you should just basically say, like, there should be no more politics. We're fine. Everybody's fine. Like, let's freeze everything now. And that's basically what Jordan Peterson comes out. Of course, I mean, this is so basic as to be a joke. There is one political party in this country that is based on identity politics, where 95 to 90, maybe not over 90% of its supporters are of a single race, and that is the Republican Party.